showing support for the president. The PDP just want its members to stop supporting opposition candidates, and that's because a couple of them lately have been endorsing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Adeleke, Governor Adeleke, all the other governors have been actually indicating their support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So if you're saying it's anti-party, we don't know if they're just going about the whole protocol thing. But you know, it doesn't seem right that an opposition is endorsing another opposition. You know, so the PDP is saying that it's anti-party and that they need to stop. Anyway, a lot is actually going to unfold this time around. Meanwhile, Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate, recently visited one of the northern states. Let's take a very brief listen to what he said there.
Together. We found out that in the different parties today, a party in government don't want democracy to function the way it functions. I said it and I maintain categorically that if I have opportunity of serving this country, every party will function properly as a political party. I will ensure they function properly. By having parties the way parties should be, parties are supposed to be bigger than the elected people. That's what it is. I've seen here where they say president is the leader of the party. No, I disagree. I won't have it if I have the opportunity. I want the party to be bigger than the president so that we can build orderliness. I want the party to be bigger than governor so that we can have orderliness. So we can subject ourselves to that. That's what it should be. Because parties will outlive us. Look at the ANC in South Africa. As I live Mandela, Mbeki, Schumer, I will have it. But here, everybody destroys the others is living. We want to build what is sustainable for our children. So for me, I believe that right now, we're going through difficulties in all the parties. So what we're trying to do is to navigate where we'll come together and resolve to do the right thing for the future of our children.
My name is Paul.
All right, that was Peter Obi right there today, along with a couple of journalists as well, while he was addressing them, talking about what his observations are. So while some people think that he is not making inroads, well, a couple of people think he's also making inroads, and that also does not mean that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not making inroads. The presidency recently responded to critics saying that the country will collapse because a particular publication, Daily Trust, actually put out there that the country would collapse based on what the current economic reality is. And Sunday Dare came out to say that it is just an exaggerated assertion and it's not backed up by facts. They were criticizing that the piece of feeling public despair and misrepresenting the actual state of the nation. The presidential aide emphasized that while the country is facing economic challenges, the situation is not as dire as some reports actually stipulate. Meanwhile, with the 2027 elections approaching, tensions are boiling within the ADC over alleged moves by former Vice President Atiku to consolidate control of the party structures ahead of a possible presidential run, which will leave Peter Obi and other aspirants in a political battle for influence. So, multiple ADC insiders allege that Atiku, the People's Democratic Party's 2023 presidential candidate, has strategically taken control of most ADC state chapters, zonal organs, and even national leadership positions. Another insider alleged that Atiku financed the larger part of the ADC takeover, that from day one of the coalition, Atiku's camp was ahead in the game. They made a huge amount of dollars available to persuade some ADC members to step aside. Atiku wouldn't spend such massive resources and then fold his arms. Now, according to them, this particular source, whom a couple of people believe is Dumebi Kachuku because he's been spilling quite a lot, and this particular statement stems from what he said the initial time. And he said, if Atiku is not contesting, but I believe he will still determine whatever happens within the ADC coalition. Look at the MAC-led National Working Committee. Obi only nominated the National Organizing Secretary out of over 25 members. So out of over 25 members, Obi had an influence of nominating the National Organizing Secretary secretary. Meanwhile, the Obedient movement complained of marginalization after a rift deepened, and there was a document dated July 29, 2025, signed by the national coordinator Yunusa Tanko. He complained that the people, that's the Obedience, are deliberately being excluded at all levels. While they remain committed to building a united front for the tax ahead, they must release, or rather raise, issues that the members have repeatedly been flagged, that several of the representatives are excluded from crucial meetings where major decisions affecting the coalition are made. Now, again, the ADC's interim national publicity secretary Bolaji Abdullahi thereby rejected the takeover allegations, insisting that all aspirants would get a playing field, a level playing field. That the ADC Board of Trustees chairman Ibrahim Mani also downplayed the reported divisions, stressing that the party was focused on building a strong opposition to challenge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Meanwhile, the APC is mocking the confusion or disarray in the ADC, as well as what is going on with the Labour Party. Literally, just like Barrister Darlington highlighted, that Peter Obi should make up his mind. So whatever state of confusion he is in, or any other of the southern aspirants who intend to contest against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, well, they've actually called them out to be persons in a state of confusion. The APC was mocking the ADC on the current situation ongoing, based on the either INEC has actually legalized David Mark or not, or the fact that Atiku is sponsoring the ADC for a basic intention of taking over the political party to put out his presidential ambition there, and all whatnot. Again, most of this conversation and talks are basically by Dumebi Kachuku. We're also going to look at WAEC being in trouble. I'm sure you heard the recent development concerning the recently 2024 results that were released by WAEC. Nigerians are asking WAEC, why precisely did you allow such marking errors? And based on the recently released West African Senior School Certificate Examination, they did an investigation and they briefed journalists. So the national head of national office, Dr. Amos Dangote, said that with the review of 62.96% of the candidates who sat for the examination, that they had credits and above in a minimum of 5 subjects, including English language and mathematics. And this was after WAEC came under heavy criticism for the sudden shutdown of WAEC's result checker. So there was an error in the marking process of WAEC. There was an error. WAEC has admitted it. In a statement, the exam body released and signed on Thursday by its acting head of public affairs, Moyoshola Additional, stated that the review became necessary following the discovery of some glitches and bugs. So while WAEC decided to go through an urgent review to actually correct the glitches that led to the situation, they said that after reviewing and checking, they've actually temporarily denied access to its portal. So now they have opened the portal, but then they actually admitted to the fact that there was an error in the marking process. So will WAEC be sued? We are having a situation that the same thing happened with JAM. Okay, we saw the resultant factor. The JAM registrar came out to apologize. The same thing again happening with WAEC. So the question is, what is going on with these examination bodies? How come we're experiencing glitches? 2023 election glitches, WAEC glitches, and this is where the future of the students actually hold. In some instances, the process, even for the students to check their results, is cumbersome. So there's a lot for us to look into this evening. My analyst today is Mr. Tony Mbata. Welcome and thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Esther.
And Mr. Lawal Ekundaya.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. All right, Mr. Tony Mbata, let me start off with this whole Jonathan proposition. I spoke with Barrister Darlington during the World News at 6, and he says he has been advising Peter Obi all this while that to avoid all of this supposed embarrassment with his name, that he should align with Atiku. The reason why he said that is because he feels that a lot may happen, and he doesn't want the Southeast to take the brunt of certain issues already developing, like the bigotry or the hate or whatever. He also thinks that if he aligns with Atiku, the strategy will be stronger enough. But there is an unconstitutional agreement that is the time of the South. A lot of persons are asking, why can't Atiku break down the structure and support Peter Obi if indeed they intend to unseat this administration? That's one. 2, why the push for Peter Obi to be a vice? Who says that a southerner does not have the capacity to be in charge of this country? And number 3, Jonathan hasn't said anything affirming this report we're hearing that he would run in 2027. Not to talk of maybe Kachuku coming to tell us that Jonathan is proposing a ministerial slot for Peter Obi in 2027 if he drops his ambition. Does it make any sense?
Thank you, Esther. And I will never agree to the school of thought that Barrister Darlington is pushing out there and some of his friends. And majority of Nigerians want a change.
Okay.
Majority of Nigerians, go and take statistics about what I'm saying. And judging from 2023 election, we have seen it, we have seen everything. And this thing has been, one of the musicians said, emancipate yourself from the mental slavery. Barrister Darlington and co are suffering from mental slavery of fear. Fear of what? The almighty not. Fear of what? The almighty money politics. Fear of not. The not will determine the bouquet of vote. El-Rufai's son has published, well, can I say, unverified result. And remember that INEC came with a grammar glitch. Amazon came out and said there was no glitch. Go and check all the military barracks in Nigeria where they didn't allow them to do that, their stupid glitch. The Obi won it. This is the same Obi when Obi started in PDP, marketing himself, telling Nigerians why they should allow him to put this Nigeria in a better shape.
Yeah.
They were saying Obi cannot. There are small people being one room tweeting. And when it happened, it dawned on them that Obi and his people are not joking. If INEC did not rig that election, stand by judiciary, all these things will be a story. And they know that they didn't win this election. So Barrister Darlington, bringing all this thing, trying to still be in that slavery mentality, that they not, that Atiku has the money. I don't believe that.
No, not money. He feels that
he said it. I have
what Dumebi Kachuku said is that the North always uses religion, they always use tribe, and they always use sentiments to create a sense that the South, any Southern leader will always isolate them or not necessarily pay attention to them. That's what they do. And that he is actually saying that the North only recognizes their own, because the way the system is in the North is that they listen to their elders more. It is that is why they like to go to their elders, that it is what the elders tell the people to do, they do, because there's a sense of deliberately keeping them uneducated. Then they use them and the population for elections. You remember the last election, we saw children as young as 8, 9, 7 giving them the PVC to come and cast their vote. So it's what they tell them to do, they do with 100 naira or 200 naira. They literally keep them illiterate. And that is why he's saying that they only know the name of their own person on the streets. When you call someone else that they think is strange, they may not know. But what a couple of Nigerians are saying is that line of thoughts, that spectrum is being broken now. Peter Obi is trying to, permit this barriers, not just him, even Rotimi Amaechi. They're all trying to create a sense of awareness to those who may be politically illiterate. So that's the perception that Dumebi Kachuku is creating, and that's what Barrister Darlington is trying to say. Let's go like this.
That's what I'm saying. I had a program with Barrister Darlington. What I said is what is in Igbo language. Okay. He said Atiku has more money. Okay. I asked him a question. Are you in the pocket of Obi? Igbo language. Those of them that listen to it, it was very hot. So what I'm trying to say, not they are trying to, they have penetrated it. And when they say not, remember that the Middle Belt are part of the North. And remember that the Middle Belt, if you check the history of this country, the way things has been moving, it's only some set of people that have been ruling. When you talk about the North, I made allusion when I talked about the MPN and MPP when they had their presidential primaries, that it was not Shagari that won that election. They went and brought a core Fulanis. And each time anything is going to happen, it is the time they will tell the North they are one. But when they are bringing somebody, they will bring a core Fulani to come and contest. Because they have said that Nigeria belongs to them, that this is their heritage. So if we should allow that, and statistically, how many are they? It's because a British position them, let me say it like that, position them because they believe that by allowing this set of people to rule, because if you allow an Igbo man at that particular time, most of the things that the British are doing will not go. If you allow a Eko Yoruba to be at the helm of affairs, they will not.
Who will not? The British?
The British cannot mismanage Nigeria the way they were doing it. Because of the cocoa, palm kernel, and all the things they are carrying away. So they need to put a figurehead that will be there, that will not know what the economic policy is all about. Most of the economic policies of this country is being done in there. Remember that recently, Brigade came to Nigeria, and we had a lot of things that are going on, and they will buy them over. If you put,
they're already supporting GMO.
I don't want to go there because
they're already saying that GMO is safe.
Safe. This is what APC knowing that almost all the African countries are rejecting them, and some of the Western world,
even the Western
world are rejecting them, and because they have given them whatever. We saw when this man was coming and romancing with the APC government, and he want to kill us. So that fear that they have put in our people, that they're not almighty, not is no longer like that, because the middle belt have realized that they are marginalized. When they were fighting Nigerian Biafran war, they believe that this is us fighting against the Igbo people. They don't want this. They don't want this. Let us do this. And all of them gang together and fought the Nigerian Biafran war. And what happened after 30-something years? All the lies they told them, Babangida came out and said, no, this is not true, because they have deceived them. Now, anybody that's still being mentally slaved, being afraid that Obi will not win, that person is lying from the pit of hell. Our problem is that Nigerians should make sure that INEC is credible, so that our vote will count. I bet you with everything in me that if by the special grace of God, INEC, because INEC is part of APC, when PDP was in control, INEC was part of PDP, and INEC have been the highest bidder. But if God will touch anybody there and let them do the right thing, you will see that Obi will win, as Obi won the last election. Some publish it. Have they killed anybody? They have not done anything. And that is the simple truth. So, all what Barrister Darlington is saying is mental slavery. Obi will contest. And coming for Jonathan have not said anything.
Exactly.
Why must... You see, that is... In fact, I like politics. Politics is a game of intellectuals. Exactly. And you said it when we started. There'll be propaganda. Yes. There'll be intimidation. Yeah. There'll be lie. Now, age of AI. You will say a lot of things. The feeble-minded people will,
exactly. We
follow whatever they see.
We try to help them.
But thank God for obedience and Obi. They know what they are doing. Let us have free and fair election. Go and take statistics.
No, not just obedience and obedience.
Nigerians. What I'm saying, obedience. Some of them that are in their social media.
Okay.
They know what they are doing. All the things they brought out in order to... That was one of the pictures they brought out. You saw Obi with what do they call it? Abacha. That is all AI. And you see these people will come and tell you, look at it. So... Nigerians want a change. What we want is a change. Let us emancipate ourselves from this mental slavery that they're not. It is few people that are doing this. And PDP are scheming, trying to be relevant to the political arena. Why they are trying to lobby Obi to come. If Obi say no, why not Jonathan? And some few elements are doing this thing. Look at somebody saying that Jonathan is promising to give Obi ministerial appointment. What an insult. It's better that Obi contest that election and lose that election than Obi refuse. And it's better for Tinubu to continue instead of Atiku to continue, because this is the time to continue. Instead of it is better for Tinubu to continue instead of Atiku to win, because if Atiku should win, where is justice? This is the turn of the West.
Wait, if Atiku should win, where is
justice? Because
justice where?
We're supposed to.
It's not a constitution.
It's not a constitution, but it's a doctrine of necessity. It's an agreement.
The only thing is that Obi decided to go with the agreement of it's the turn of the South.
It's the turn of the South. Okay, so let the South finish their 8 years.
Is it wrong for an Atiku to want to put it? Because this is...
Why didn't Atiku and his men come out and challenge Buhari and say all the atrocities that Buhari did in this country? Northerners did not. Even this ministerial appointment that they're accusing Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which I'm part of accusing him too, they're not. Buhari started it. When you win any election as a president, you become the president of all the nation.
Yes.
No set of people, not for you. Like Barrister Darlington was saying, did their people voted for Tinubu? It's supposed not to be so.
Sure.
When you win election, you are father of all. The money is for everybody constitutionally. You don't give appointment because it's my own. You don't give appointment because they are my kitchen cabinet. They follow me when I was a governor of Lagos State. So you must give them. Anybody that challenge you, you remove him, you don't give. It's not like that. It's to tell you that most of our political leaders, our president or whatever, have never agreed that we are one Nigeria.
Peter Obi said it that government officials can reduce corruption if they and their family members are not involved in stealing. He made that assertion today during a session on youth and leadership opportunities with students of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa ATBU in Bauchi. According to Peter Obi, he says that fighting corruption in Nigeria is not as difficult as it is generally perceived.
It is not.
Are you sure?
Yes. I believe so and I know so. You know, most of the little association we are into, when I was a human rights chairman of JDPC and also coordinator, I know how we run things up to tomorrow. I know how. See, Nigerians, we are not too difficult if we have a credible leader. Remember, maybe you people are small or you have not been born then when Buhari and when Idiabo and Buhari was there. War against indiscipline. Nobody will tell you to kill on the line.
I wasn't born.
Nobody will tell you to do. In fact, you can't be moving and you. I was in primary school then. You can't. War against indiscipline. But because Nigerians, we have not been lucky enough to have a good leader. That is why. Because most of our leaders, they are all corrupt. Look at this time around.
But Mr. Tony Mbata, so again, here it is. Let it not be as if we hammer on against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and don't see some of these positive strides that he's been able to attain. Now, like I read out to you where Sunday Diary said that the talk that Nigeria is collapsing, or that 33 million Nigerians are dying of poverty, or that Nigeria is the first poorest malnutrition children in Africa based on what was released lately on a particular report survey. But if you look at some things that he's been able to, put on ground, for example, the Nile Fund, the Credit Corps, the Leap Academy, the floating of the Naira, the subsidy removal, which obviously enabled him to add more money to the governors. We're trying to be objective here. Very recently, the Minister of Trade and Investment had an interview with Quest, Quest on, on CNN. Richard Quest. You know that the US has imposed a 15% tariff on Nigeria starting just on Thursday. And the big question is, 15% tariff on Nigeria, that is products that we export from Nigeria to the US. 15% tariff, that's very serious. And her response wasn't too in-depth, but she literally just made it known that we have other options. Nigeria is treating with other options. But I want us to listen to the questions asked by Richard Quest and what the Minister of Trade and Investment said in response to that. Then maybe you can give us your own informed perspective.
15% tariff on Nigeria will kick in at midnight Eastern time. Trade between the two nations is almost in balance. Look at that. You can see just about there. The US exported $4.3 billion worth of goods to Nigeria last year. Nigerian exports to the US, well, you can see the numbers for yourself. Nigeria primarily sells oil, fertilizers, to the United States. The tariffs threaten to slow down its economy. The World Bank says it expanded 3.4%. It was the best mark for Nigeria in a decade, besides the COVID recovery. Jumoke Oduola is the Nigerian Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment. The Minister is with me now from Lagos. Minister, thank you. Look, nobody wanted to have a tariff number, but 15% was probably the best that anybody was going to get, except one or two exceptions, say, for example, the UK.
Thanks, Richard. Good to see you again. So, 15%, starting from 14%. Nigeria remains responsive. We're not reacting. We're focused on our reforms. We're focused on our 8-point agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
But what effect do you believe it's going to have? Where will the strain be in the economy? Because the economy is, if I look at the exports, it's just about in balance. So where do you expect and anticipate difficulties?
Well, it's mostly an energy trading relationship. We're waiting to see what happens with AGOA in September. Non-oil exports are fertilizer-led, some cocoa and other commodities. There are other markets also, Richard. We're looking at our integration strategy across Africa, the African Continental Free Trade Area. Exports, non-oil exports to the rest of Africa are up 24% year on year in Q1 this year. So the world is a big place. Yes, there's competitiveness coming into the U.S. market, but we're also exploring other alternatives.
What does that mean? Alternatives as in?
Alternative markets. We have relationships, like for instance, urea fertilizer is in high demand in Brazil. We have trading partnerships with China, with Japan, with the UAE. And so we continue to look for opportunities for our Nigerian businesses. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's agenda is really focused on bolstering Nigerian domestic investors and supporting them in market access and access to capital.
You see, this is one of the things that people are talking about, that what the Trump tariffs are going to in some way rewire global trade, and people like yourselves, and I know for example the Canadians are certainly looking for new markets. We'll see more south-south trade, we'll see more horizontal trade as people try to replace over time US markets.
Certainly. Well, the U.S. will remain a strategic trading partner. We have our commercial investment program, which we started in June of this year, focusing on infrastructure, agriculture, and digital trade. But like you said, we're exploring a lot of alternatives. You recall when we discussed at Davos earlier this year, I told you we'll be watching the body language and that the world is a big place. We do have old friends, and we certainly are making new friends.
If we look at the economy,
all right, so basically her summary is that despite the tariff, the trade, for example, Nigeria exported $5.7 billion worth of goods to US in 2024. They've increased the trade tariff to 15%, which would actually be discouraging for Nigerian exporters because you're going to put a strain. She literally just said, you know what, whatever it is you want to do, we're not going to react immediately, but we have other friends, meaning that we have other countries. You heard her respond to China, Brazil, and a couple of other nations that Nigeria could potentially have trade with. So if basically she sounded confident and she mentioned the president's 8-point agenda, she kept on mentioning the president's 8-point agenda and the economic reforms, which according to her, she believes that by the last quarter of this year or by next year, we will begin to see the reforms work, which could actually give us a statistics of Nigeria's output with the president's reform. In that regard, would you say that Sunday Dare is right, that it is not realistic, it's not true that the country is collapsing or that Nigerians are hungry? Or is it the fact that these guys are not being realistic? They're literally in the clouds and not even facing the reality that Nigerians are facing?
Before I will touch international sport or whatever, let us discuss a little bit home.
Okay. Where
an average Nigerians will understand what is going. Let's start from the fuel subsidy. The president came up the first day and said subsidy removed, which everybody was saying there was nothing like subsidy. They were enriching themselves.
Okay.
And he did it. And we saw where we are today. The question many average Nigerians are asking, when you said I am paying 20 naira over to do this, I know I can do it with 10 naira, but people overcharging me. I am removing it. You have been paying it. That means that 20 naira you are removing, you will put it either in a purse or use it for any other economic development. Mana Esther, go and check all the economic indices. One of the things that the economy said is that when you see the disposable income of average person, they are increased. When you see your purchasing power, you can easily buy. And when you see things, some of the infrastructures has been done. When you see your light, railway, hospital, road, you see some of those things going. You know that, yes. The question I asked then, where are they keeping this money? The answer the presidency gave us, they have increased the funding of the governors.
The FAC allocation.
Yes, allocation. Now, go and check average Nigerians. Go and check the kind of hunger that Nigerians are suffering today. Now you look at all the statistics they are telling us. Well, even this money, the student bursary, how many people have taken it? And other economic policies they say they are put on ground.
In fact, to buttress your point, Mr. Tony Mbata, you know that Nigerians are very independent people. An average Nigerian is an entrepreneur. They can literally pick up anything and make it a business. Let's go into transportation. For example, somebody said yesterday that keke that they used to buy for 900,000 is now 4 million.
I'm going to that place.
Aside from that, even to clear vehicles, for example, a Toyota something before, they said it has increased. I heard them at the customs very recently complaining that has increased.
Everything.
So the question now that everyone is asking, all of this increment, where is it going?
Where is it
How
going?
do you intend that whatever it is you say you're doing is to help the poor Nigerians? So are you creating an enabling environment for your friends and cronies while the people at the either average or middle or down, literal last letter in the ladder, suffer the consequences of these decisions?
So, as I was saying, when you look at the human beings that are benefiting this, look at our roads, look at the light, or most of the things, the indices, the infrastructure, or things that will make you to believe that these things are happening. You are not seeing. Is it our naira? Check our naira before and now. So it don't know that these people, they are not telling us the truth. Either they don't know how to manage the economy, or what to do, or how to do it in order to bring us out from this quagmire we are into.
I think
government will ever tell you something. Look at NNPC. Let us go back to NNPC. They came up and told us that NNPC will start working even before Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I quote Ngige. As soon as Buhari won, Ngige said AIT that they are coming from Kaduna and Port Harcourt refinery, the new Sheri have taken over, that refinery is going to work up to tomorrow, coming tomorrow. Today is a Friday. Tomorrow, Monday, even Monday, refinery will not work. You ask yourself a question: do these people know what they are doing? I used to have a program with Radio Nigeria before 3 years ago. I was with one of the professors from UI, and we are analyzing the economy. And I told them that during Buhari, that the minister of economy and the finance minister, they are confused because they are not telling us the real thing. And the issue is that, are we putting people that knows what to do in strategic places?
All right.
That is the question.
Mr. Tony Mbata, I'm going to pause on you right now. Mr. Lawal Kondaya, let me come on to you because, Mr. Tony, they speak English. You go help us break them down so we can assimilate. So here is the thing. This particular information, for a couple of persons who may not have heard or understood it, I'm sure they must have seen it on a couple of national dailies. For some people who don't trust it, this statement by Dumebi Kachiku claiming that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is offering Peter Obi a slot as coordinating minister of the economy if the former Anambra state governor withdraws from the 2027 race to back him. And in the same vein, Governor Bala Mohammed is asking Peter Obi to please come back to the PDP. And we already know that a factor is a fly in the scrotum of the People's Democratic Party. We already know that factor. But do you believe that Jonathan would ask Peter Obi to step down his ambition and back him up, and he'll give him a ministerial slot? If based on what El Rufai's son put out there is true, and if a Peter Obi as an individual with a party that had gone moribund based on the result INEC released polled 6 million. That's another thing to consider. He's also alleging that the northern elites drafted Jonathan, that it is not even the presidency, as a lot of persons are alleging, that it is the northern elites that drafted Jonathan into the presidential race to weaken the south. That Obi was also told that he cannot get northern votes because he is an Igbo man. That's what, a couple of people are telling Peter Obi, and just like Barrister Darlington is also permutating. But he's saying that, for example, if that was the case, that why? That former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and a few northern elites are using the weapons of religion, tongue, tribe, and poverty as they convince millions of poor northerners that the southern President Tinubu hates them and he is a cause of their poverty. This time around, he drafted Tinubu in the phrase and said that Atiku is telling the north that Tinubu hates them. which obviously may be true because the president recently sent a couple of his top delegates to the north to let them know that you guys step down, we are doing a lot for you, and actually reeling out all of the accomplishments and stuff that is in the package for the north. Meanwhile, other regions who are not even in the picture are not complaining. Do you think that that is a trap? A big trap?
You said a lot of things. I don't know where I'm going to start. Let me start with the Kashuku case.
It's Kashuku that is the bone of contention in all of this.
Okay, so you want saying all these things?
Yes.
Okay. You know, that I don't know. There's a I don't know this proverb in Yoruba and in Igbo that you know, when you have something in your hand for your dog will start you know, dancing and shaking his tails. You know, when you are bringing food for the dog, you know, the dog will be dancing and shaking his tails. So people like that, they are dogs now.
Who is the dog? Kachuku or who?
It's behaving like somebody who is eating carrot and is speaking nice word about the person that gave him the carrot. I'm talking about Kashuku.
That it's the president that is making him say what he's saying.
I don't know who's
Maybe
making.
he doesn't have any grievance against the president. Kachuku's statement for the president is the fact that
I've not said president.
Okay.
I only said that he's eating carrot and is, you know, wagging his tail and talking, you know, praising the person that gave him carrot. You know, walking. You know, when somebody give you food, and then you begin to praise the person as if that person has been giving you food since you were born.
Okay.
So people like this, I don't know where they come from. People who talk from their pocket. I use the word talking from their pocket.
Kachuku is speaking from his pocket.
How can you suggest that Obi, if you step down, is an ambition that Jonathan will give him ministerial post? Is that not it?
He didn't say it was a suggestion. He said that is what it is.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We cannot confirm if it's true because Jonathan has not even
said
anything
wait.
about
Wait, you can't confirm that Kashuku said it, or you can't confirm that Jonathan said it. That's all now. Forget about Jonathan.
Okay.
Because if Jonathan didn't debunk it, that's one side. He could be smiling on his side. I mean, just look at it as well. This guy, this one is irrelevant on the picture, because I don't know why you come out and say something like that. It is totally out of the brain. You are not speaking from your brain. You are speaking from your pocket. That's why I use that word. Some people who don't speak from their brain, they are speaking from their pocket. You cannot, ascribe intelligence to such people. You can't ascribe intelligence to such people. So you can see the way he's been ranting and talking here and there. You know that this person is not talking from his brain, he's talking from his pocket. You are telling Obi to step aside and go and take ministerial post. I mean, that is totally out of. I don't know what I'm going to say to that. So don't let us talk about that one. That one is speaking from his pocket. It's not talking that somebody that is intelligent.
Peter Obi is actually saying that proposing a 5-year term. According to him, he says that the current 6 system, which allows 2 terms, should be scrapped and replaced with a single term of 5 years, which is similar to what is being practiced in South Korea. He made the proposal while he visited the Bauchi state governor when he paid a courtesy visit. He said, I have said it before, and I want to repeat it here at the government house. If I have the opportunity, remember that he has said it twice, this is the 3rd time now. If I have the opportunity, we should end the idea of a second term for the president. It should be a single 5-year term so that leaders come in, focus, and do the work required of them. What we see now is that a president governs for 1 year and then spends the remaining years focusing on re-election. We must put an end to that. Let them do their job and move on. And this is looking ahead of 2027, where he reaffirmed his commitment to serving only 1 term if elected president, pledging not to exceed 4 years in office. Do you think the statement he has made has indicted him somehow?
No. See, let me tell you something. In a democratic setting, power belongs to the people. Is that not it?
Yes.
And the people who represent you must be stronger than you. Constitutionally, politically, they must be stronger than you. But in a situation whereby the person you gave a job to through election is more powerful than people who gave job to him, we'll call that such people dictatorship. So Nigeria is not operating a normal system.
Okay.
Let us clarify it. In a normal system, where people decide, if you like, you can remain 16 years, as long as that is what the people, you have a free and fair election. You have a free and fair election. Now, but in a system in which you don't have a free and fair election, people are afraid. The people are, that fear that the next person that is coming in is going to be a dictator. That is what is really making Nigerians to say this. In a normal setting, the moment the person is doing very well, who cares if you remain there for 100 years? As long as we are seeing progress and you are our servants. I keep using Britain. If an Indian man that the British colonized could rule Britain, could be, British, the white voted for the descendants of the people they colonized to rule over them. And they rule over them, and he did something, then what is wrong with us here? Because these politicians give opportunity for themselves at the detriment of the masses. So they go up there, they decide, they come up down here and divide us, and then they are doing well.
With Mr. Tony Mbata, with Peter Obi proposing a single 5-year term because he believes that way you will focus, which is why he put in and said, you know what? Yes, it's the time of the South, and a couple of us feel that 4 years is not enough to do what needs to be done. But he believes that if you know you're not coming back, you wouldn't care whose ox is good. You will do what needs to be done. You will clear the system of corruption. You will utilize the funds adequately because you know that your term will be judged and critiqued appropriately. Okay? Now, ex-IPAC chairman is saying that whoever is permutating and putting out there that the North will not support an Igbo man is saying a lie. That the North accepts Peter Obi and understands his single-term proposal. So why is it difficult for anyone to believe that proposal?
My brother Kunde have said it all. You see, because the system is being skewed in a corrupt manner. And you see somebody will come in, this APC government, as soon as INEC and judiciary declared it, they began to campaign because they know that they are failure. Now, anybody that telling you that you can't use 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to put things properly in a shape, that person is lying from the pit of hell.
With a complex country like
forget
Nigeria.
about complex. What do you mean by
complex?
complex?
Country is simple. No, let her mention the country that is
Tell
simple.
me that even in your
mention
house,
one country that is simple.
You are going far. Even in your family, in the church, most of the places is 2 years, 4 years, and you see people doing tangible thing. Go to Abia State and see what OT is doing. Go and see what OT is doing. How many years? And some other governors. It doesn't take anybody 20 years to put things in shape. But because this issue of second term, they will use their first term to please Okempo in order to make sure that the first, second one they'll be elected.
Sorry, sir. They use the first time. Add this one to it. They use the first time to accrue so much money that they are going to use to campaign for second term. Please add that.
Yes, to make sure that they have enough fund. They will tell you NNPC is working on their pocket. They will tell you that we are giving bursary to students. They are putting it in their pocket because they know who and who will benefit it. You will pay money before they give that bursary. They will tell you they are putting this economic policies is running. All is for their own pocket. Anybody that telling you that you need 8 years, like I listened to Soludo that was saying all the things a whole professor was saying, I can't believe it. 2 years you can do whatever, everybody will see and say yes, you have done something. 4 years is enough. Even 5 years. So
he's a politician,
yes, that's why he's talking from two sides. That's when you see a leader, you will know. When you see a leader that is coming to change, you will know. When you see somebody that mean business, even most of us that manage our companies, we saw what we put in. We make sure that everything will goes on fine. And somebody, the money is not your money. The resources is not your money. It's for you to judiciously allocate it and supervise it. That is what is there. So telling me that I have 8 years, 4. Let me complete what I've started. What did you start? What are you completing? Assuming you die. After all, Yar'Adua died and Nigeria continued. We didn't stop. So if Nigerians, because we don't trust our leaders and we know that anybody that enter there will become Namoha, as Igbo people will say it, let us have these 5 years and checkmate them and also put laws. Like China today, if you mess up, they will kill you. If you embezzle embezzle money, they will kill you. Let us put laws that will checkmate our leaders, that will checkmate these politicians, that will checkmate these governors, that will checkmate any of these people that say they are leaders. So that by the time you mess up, you know that either you will die or you go life imprisonment. Nobody will try this. Something happened in my place. Somebody was saying, you see this here, God, okay, I watch it on social media. Somebody came to buy something. The man said, go in and take. The man went inside and took some, and took extra. He did. The man asked him, is it the only thing you have taken from myself? He said, yes. It's okay, no problem. You see why I'm saying this? I have lived anything church, or I have gone to Osun or Ogun to do something. Anybody that steal from me will run mad. Mazio Keke son just took. I asked him this same question. He did it. The man said, you went to that? I thought you were in a church, a Christian. Said, yes, Christian Deo. The man began to brought those things out.
All right.
So let us put a law.
All right.
If Tony Mbata in office, you steal, let Tony Mbata be killed.
I was reading where some supporters of this administration were advocating that better Odu should be returned, and that drives the motion that the supporters, anything so long as it's pleasing to the administration, you don't know if there is no difference between what is wrong and what is right. But let's take a listen to Adetokunbo Pierce. He's a PDP chieftain, and he had this to say.
I understand that in this country, with people like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you have to be rough and tough and be ready to fight them each of the way. Nobody won that 2023 presidential election. Nobody. Atiku got 12 states, Obi got 12 states, Tinubu got 12 states. 31% of the vote came in, and INEC announced. INEC is the issue. What the House of Reps was saying that we have to do this, do that in our election, true. The key thing for us to have credible election is to refine INEC. INEC is the one that made Akpabio senator.
Yes.
Akpabio is not qualified to be a senator because Akpabio did not run for Senate. The vice presidential team are the same thing. There's so many of them, they are criminals who are not even qualified to be there. What happened? INEC gave it to them. President Tinubu didn't win election, they gave it to him. That is really, so long as the president is the one appointing the INEC chairman, we cannot have a credible election.
All right.
So that has to be revised.
Do you hear that?
Yes. Nigerians are talking. See, I go to every part of the world where you have intellectuals, where you have people is Nigerians.
But he said
we are talking
that nobody won the election.
Nigerians are talking, and Nigerians know what they want. But because of this, I don't know how many percent they are, because they are opportune to be there. Because they are opportune, and they are using the military, the police, and the institution, weaponize them against us. This is, Nigerians are talking, but not only talking. We need to say no to all this rubbish. Because by the time we tell INEC, if you do this, we deal with you. We deal with your family. We deal with, and Nigerians will descend on them. Everybody will take heed.
That is
and do the right thing.
In one voice, not when the Nigerian youth are distracted or divided.
I have something to say about that.
Go ahead, sir.
See, INEC is a tool that can be used on both sides. But we are just very unfortunate that it's very easy to be used on the wrong side. Okay, I use that word because how can you have an institution so paramount to the development, to the progress of your country, and the institute is found wanting? It's found wanting. So it's a grievous a miscalculation. It's a big error to Nigeria, because this country can never progress as long as one of the paramount, in fact, the most paramount institution is found wanting by the people. Just like you want to go to court and you know that the court will never be fair. So, and they said the court is the last of the common man, because that's where the constitution is there to protect you, and is want to interpret the law and the constitution, and it's already going to be biased. So you're already finished now. So that is what is going on. But INEC is a tool, I use that word, elected, put there by somebody or some certain people. Two, the reps, that is the House of Assembly and the Senate, and the president. Those are the two major people who are killing us in this country. The Senate and the House of Assembly will make the law that the president will use, and their duty is to do oversight. They are busy doing most of the things that are not even part of their duty. You are collecting constituency allowance. Are you an administrator that you are collecting constituency allowance and you are doing projects in your community? Are you the administrator? When you already have an administrator, then you are taking over the function of the administrator. So how do you now monitor the administrator? How do you do oversight of the administrator when you have already taken over the function of the administrator? He is now the one to give you money, and then you collect the money, and then you do your project, and you are found wanting in your project. So how do you now tell the administrator that the money you gave me is not supposed to what you're supposed to give me? Or maybe what you're supposed to give my people is not what you're supposed to give my people. When you are yourself, you are already found wanting. Your hand has already soiled. So we have the issue there because they are the ones who are supposed to make the law to refine INEC. They are the ones that are supposed to make the law to checkmate the executives, whether the governor, the president, the House of Assembly, the ministers, the commissioners, the head of agencies. They are the ones to make laws to checkmate all these people, to regulate them, and they are so much found wanting in their primary duties. And that is why they say that anything the president bring, they will sign. How can somebody say that? There's no check and balance anymore because they are soiled. Now that's why I said the INEC is a tool. They have now made INEC a tool that they can use, and that's why everybody is coming publicly to expose them. A professor that did your election is in prison for the election, and you are still sitting down on that post. That means there's a contradiction, because if that election is wrong, you cannot be there. The moment they found the election that brought into the office to be wrong, you can't be in that post again now. But he is in that post, and the person who did the election is in prison. Look at the contradiction in the law. And then the question is, you that is still there, what law is putting you there when the law that put there is already telling you that you are not the person who put it there, so has heard in his action, and you are there. It's like you promoted the student, and it's not that the student did not do exam, and then he asks, and the student is still in that class. Then he asks, what exam, what result put you where you are? The result is already faulty now, and you are still remaining where you are. That is the problem. So the two issues, as I said, INEC is a tool. They use INEC as a tool to make this country their property, their personal property, and that's what we are going through now. And that's the senior president told us that while we are protesting, that we are hungry, you will be somewhere eating and drinking. That you are totally separate from us.
All right, Mr. Tony Mbata, you have something
to
say?
I want to say something.
What Pierre said.
The issue of Nigeria is a very hopeless situation that we find ourselves. And my people used to say in Igbo language, when you see a fowl using a leg to mash it and be eating, you should pursue that fowl. Nobody knows who eat the leg. Okay. It could be you and I. I still respect Obasanjo as the most credible leader in this country. But I still firm that Obasanjo helped to institutionalize what is happening now. Honestly speaking, Obasanjo had every opportunity to do our electoral reform. Should have been one of the best. Election would have been the best in Africa. But Obasanjo did not foresee what will happen today. I know he's regretting it. You could believe, you bear with me that in those days, PDP, Maurice, you will be where you are thumb printing. Maurice will announce election. I was in the university then. He will announce it. He will announce it. Go to Imo State when Ohakem came in. Abaso won that election. But because they don't like Abaso face, a lot of things happen. So what are we going to do is the question. One, we should not be allowing these people to be, putting fear in us. If they have taken over, they will do this. Nigerians should, sovereignty belongs to the masses. Sovereignty belongs to us. That's why we come out every election period to go and cast our vote. And we have the power to say, no, enough is enough. Everybody should stop saying, let them do it. and them now, and this country cannot change. This country will change when you and I say no. Keke people say today we will not go run. People that are working say today we are not going to office. Everybody will say no. Not because you are having 20 naira in your pocket you are eating. When people are protesting, say na them, chop I chop. And this mentality of Nigeria is like a Iroko tree. Anybody that climbs should go and take your own and come back. That means you have not believed in one country. We have not believed in the developmental process or the healing process to make sure that we are one.
Does it look like that is the case? I mean, if
every leader that look at the crop of leaders we are having. Look at somebody who use how many billions to renovate a house. Somebody will live for 4 years. Somebody will buy jet of how many whereby people are dying. Look at their convoy. I witnessed the Unasine president. I saw the convoy. I said, is it not madness? Is it not? And the most annoying thing is that most of them travel abroad and see how their leaders behave. And see how their leaders comport themselves. But when they come to Nigeria, they can do anything because there is no check and balances. Because criminals and rogues and the 419ers are in the helm of affairs. So they can do anything they feel. And the people institution that are supposed to checkmate them, that are supposed to prosecute them, they cannot do it. And we are playing politics. Because if somebody is from Igbo, all Igbo people will protect him, whether he do something good or bad. It's our own person. Like Professor Molumba will say, if he's from Yoruba, look at some people are saying, let us vote to Tinubu and Co. What did Tinubu and APC have done to us in this country? Any good thing, tell me. And people were saying, we are endorsing him because
Mr. Tony Mbata, is the problem Tinubu or the problem Buhari?
Tinubu is APC because as a general. It was APC. That when I say APC, it was APC that lie. Wait, sir. It was APC. With people make this APC. People are APC. Buhari them, Tinubu them, Atiku them, Amaechi them, Erufai them. Exactly. That came to lie to Nigerians that we are dying with everything. People like us said no.
But and now the names of these persons you mentioned were once in were once in this APC.
Yes.
And they're now in the ADC. How do you trust
that is to tell you that most people you are seeing is like something my people used to say in Igbo language, Okoroze Mozo. They will talk another thing. They are like Pharisees. And that's why we need not to believe almost all the things they are telling us. Someone like Wike came out and said, betrayal is part of the game. How can a human being tell you a serious business like governance? He said it, that betrayal is part of the game. And why are you crying? And when they betrayed him, he was not crying. Right. So you look at those people are talking and you listen to it. Those people are the crop of people that are leadership. So you believe it. Look at people like Erufai that will tell the people that the Christian will not rule over them and bring in issue of religion. Look at Atiku who go and tell these people that they should not allow any Southerners to rule them. What the Northerners need is a Northern candidate, and the people preaching you to vote for him to put Nigeria in a better shape, and people are clapping for him. You see, these people are deceiving themselves, not somebody like me and some other Nigerians. And what I said is that Nigerians, we should wake up. Enough is enough.
All right. Mr. Lawal Kundar, the PDP is talking tough and saying that they vow to deal with members endorsing Tinubu for re-election. Well, they said that the activities of such members constitute a serious threat to the stability and sustainability of the party. This was a statement that was issued today by the PDP National Working Committee via its National Publicity Secretary, Debo Olonugaba. He warned that those endorsing President Tinubu and the APC would face stiffer sanctions if they do not desist immediately. They're urging their members to instead focus on building a successful national convention scheduled to be held on the 15th and 16th of November 2025 in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Do you think you can take this statement serious? Because you have a Wike factor. In fact, you've had the G5 that led to the emergence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a Wike working for the current government and is still in the PDP, obviously working for the president and ensuring that 2027 the FCT will be delivered for the president. Wike was a major factor in the situation in Rivers that led to a state of emergency being declared until certain promises or method of resolving issues are being done now, meaning you need to work based on how I want it to work if you want to be the governor of the state. So how will that sanction be coming up now? Who would trust what the PDP is saying about their party members endorsing President Tinubu? They've been doing it. Adeleke has done it. A lot of them are doing it. So how come it's now a crime? What kind of stiffer sanction will they face?
See, when initially, there's a proverb I want to say, but the thing ran out away from my head because of this country. You may, at a point, somebody may be slapping you.
Okay.
And at a point, you may want to say, it's enough now. So, people in PDP are trying to wake up. They are trying to speak out. You know why? I'll tell you the reason. You know, I said it that not this period, though, this 2027, but PDP will come back again. But it will take time. But it will still come back again. But for now, the machination of the ruling party is so strong against PDP that they have not been able to find a way out of that cycle. That's why they find it difficult, because we know, and people have been saying it over and over again since Wike started this problem, that why have they not been able to come out and speak openly against this guy? What is special about Wike that you can't, even if you remove him, even if it is the 4 legs of 3 legs of PDP, you know, so many 1 leg. If you remove him, you know the chair will fall. But it's better so that you can quickly mend the chair and put it back. Other than when somebody sits on it, that's when the thing will fall. Okay. But now that nobody is sitting on it, it's better you deal with him and then let the party come down and then rebuild it back. Or else it will continue to be that thing there and will continue that the problem will be widening. But some of them are speaking against it now. When Fubara was having his issues, there was a time he came and said that PDP nobody was coming out to his aid. They just left him to this monster. And he's the only one fighting it. So you can, but now, and you see later Adeleke somewhere defecting and everything like that, because the people supposed to hold the party together, they were afraid to face Wike.
All right. But Mr. Lawal, you're an educationist and you're also a teacher. How would you react to the recent development with WAEC? They've admitted to marking errors that affected quite a lot of students. If social media was not active, who knows? They started complaining immediately when they saw the results that came out. WAEC did not even know that there was any error in their marking processing. And some persons were already saying that this was because WAEC has been able to identify the means through which certain persons were taking advantage of the technical systems to favor themselves. That's been
going on since now.
No, that was the first thing that was reeled out, that the means through which malpractices are holding sway has been closed, and that's why the results of WAEC to eventually shut down their websites and then updated it yesterday. Now addressed the journalists by telling us that truly there was a marking error, there was a glitch on their website.
Okay, I thought you were going to omit that word.
Now,
glitch.
JAM too said the same thing, and INEC too said the same thing, and there are no repercussions for this thing, because when INEC chairman made that statement, no court did anything. People sued. The court did not take any punitive measure. They instead backed INEC for the decision that they took, where you just wake up and say there was a glitch and no explanation whatsoever. It took INEC almost a year for them to give us a comprehensive report in responding to the questions. INEC, tell us this glitch that happened, what happened, and they couldn't come up with anything tangible other than HTTP 404 error. That was basically what they said. Now, they did not apologize. There was no apology for that. They made it seem like these things are expected with technology. The same thing happened with JAM. Oloyede apologized. A lot of Nigerians said punitive measures should be enacted. Will there be any punitive measure on WAEC?
Let me tell you something. The foundation of this administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was basically on glitches. You get, so what do you expect? That's an antecedent now, Abi. Something will precede it thereafter. So that's why you see everybody is now capitalizing on glitch. If your salary don't come on time, they will tell you, sorry, it's a glitch. If what is going to rain fall today, they will say it's a glitch from the sky. So Nigeria is now, a a normal thing for everybody to have glitches across.
A glitch country.
Yes, a glitch country. What's electricity will go glitch. What else again? Glitch. And everything now is now everybody's now glitching because that is the foundation that this administration set for us. So what do we get out of it now? We'll continue with the glitches.
Oh, really?
So there will be more glitches to come now.
No suing. Why Jan was sued?
Who will sue Jam? See, I mean that's why when that man, that's why when that man,
Barrister Evans Phillips Chambers
see,
sued Jam.
why do you want to sue him? You didn't sue the people you're supposed to sue. You are suing Jam. What do you want to do with Jam? You didn't sue INEC. Why didn't you sue INEC?
Against INEC.
Yeah. So why nothing?
The court exonerated them. Have you forgotten?
Exonerated them.
The court exonerated INEC.
Yeah, simple. So when you sue Jam, so is that not something to precede it? Sue Jam. Now the court will exonerate them. We're already in a glitching country. So what are you going to do? So I'm coming. Sorry. See, when I expected all the reasonable lawyers and barristers in this country to have sued INEC and the judiciary themselves. If I'm talking about the judiciary, they're supposed to have sued them across board. That in fact you have over millions of cases to face, not one. Falana didn't sue them as much as I like him. He didn't sue them. Adegboruwa didn't sue them. So many of them, the other man? So many of them, they didn't sue to let you know that these are top lawyers. These are top that you look, and they didn't bother. It is just the ordinary, the medium side that were doing it to let you know that we are in problem in this country. So they didn't sue INEC. INEC went away with it. Right. And then now you want to sue INEC compared to INEC and Jam.
Very quickly.
Let me quickly.
There's a question. Okay, go ahead.
When there is no consequences of anybody's action, things will spoil. Nigerians, the institution we have all died. There is no consequences of our action. For the first time, how can? What is the meaning of glitch? No consequences. The next thing the WAEC person did not do, he didn't shed crocodile tears. That's the next thing he's supposed to do. We have seen it. So, but we need to wake up. We need to wake up.
Let's listen to Omoyele Sowore before.
Respect the purpose of this interview. The Nigerian police have no integrity. We are done. We are done. We are done. We are done. From detention, apologize to me and ensure that I can go for proper treatment. But they want to hide it.
Okay. Sorry, sir.
They broke my hand. They have not been able to bring a doctor. They went and brought a nurse. Instead of them bringing a doctor, they want to brought the media now. This is all part of nonsense.
Hold on, please. Just based on the request, from Yele's friends, based on request,
nobody requested for media. They are the ones who brought it, and I was expecting it, and I've been expecting it.
Hold on, please.
This is the height of foolishness.
We have it on record based on my.
So, what do you think about the situation with Omoyele Sowore?
That is one of those things we are talking about.
A couple of people think it's a distraction. Omoyele Sowore is saying that he's not meant to be detained. During the World News at 6, I played the audio of the Commissioner of Police who said that in front of Omoyele Sowore's lawyer, he was asked to respond to the petition against him, but he refused to write it. They're petitioning him for cyber stalking, cyber crime, and something like that. Yeah, those are the issues that they raised against him. And he said he was brutalized. Rather than them bringing a doctor, a certified doctor, they rather brought a nurse, and they invited the media. That he's actually prepared for all of this. A couple of other persons feel that Omoyele Sowore pushes so much for this kind of drama. That's basically what he wants. But he has been one very outspoken person, calling out the president, calling out the administration, all the inadequacies and all what. He has never hidden, despite the fact that he's also from the Southwest, because a couple of persons have alluded or accused him that he's working for Tinubu. Are you working for somebody and you brazenly call out this person? Now he's being arrested, and it's because of the fact that he keeps calling the Inspector General of Police illegal.
You see, most of the people, even as much as most times my own school of thought and ideology with Sowore are not the same, but I commend him. And if anybody is saying that he loves such a thing to show, that person should come out and do the same and receive the insult and most of these things. They will not. And if somebody alluded that he's working for Tinubu or whatever, that is their own cup of tea. But what I'm saying is that why must the police began to beat him? We saw his hand, we saw the bandage.
They always do that.
That's to tell you that the institution we have in this country, they are just there for whosoever that is dictating for them. There's no justice wherever. Another time I had issue with Nigeria police, one of these Alagbedo side, over nothing. And I want to write my statement. One of them say, he will write my statement, I sign. I looked at him, I laughed. And after writing, I said, I'm not signing. It was making noise, and one of them said he would snap. I said, if you dare it in the police station, I say, both of us will die here. You see, Nigerians should. You see, now one time will they die you, and it's only a coward that died 20 times before he's dead. So we should begin to look back and try to position this country in a state that people will be happy. If you invite somebody and you want that person to put a statement or whatever, is it by force? If you say no, there are processes of doing things. Why must you begin to manhandle the person? And we saw it. Everybody saw it. It can show that this is a show.
And the hand once you used to write the statement, you are broken it.
All right.
So what are we going to do?
Let's get your reaction, please. What do you want to say?
I want to say something about this Sowore. Sowore is just exposing to us the problems we have in this system. He keeps exposing, keep telling Nigerians, just like when Fola was singing and people said he was mad, and they will find out the truth later. This man Sowore too is singing this song for us to see. He's keep exposing. So many Nigerians have faced cases like worse than they couldn't
kill
talk.
them and nobody will
know. They said he died in a police custody.
You know what saved me? They opened my phone. Maybe they saw some of my media internet. They say this person who a human right to. That's
Hello.
why.
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. Good evening.
Ben, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yeah. Esther, you see, P2B, people who are advising him, P2B is well experienced in Nigerian police. P2B is well experienced. He has people in PDP. He's one of the founding fathers in PDP. Atiku is there in the Jim Wogoda and so on and so forth. They're from PDP in 1998. So we have people in PDP. There is no structure in PDP that's competent to his friend. But as I'm telling you, PDP is the only party. Now, the best, people we can contest with, but the only thing he needed there is automatic ticket. Salah Mohammed, as he's telling him to go back to PDP. If he go back to PDP without them offering him automatic ticket, he will be a shadow of his. At the end, he has committed political suicide. And that is what, yes, this is all about Atiku. That area has been replaced with Atiku then. Atiku Democratic Congress. That is there is no fatalism. This is Atiku's party. There is nothing at all. Atiku is very stubborn. He's a tribalistic man.
Yeah.
Instead of people to go and run under Atiku, he should even join support Tinubu. Let Tinubu continue. We will know, yes.
Atiku get Igbo wife. You say he be tribalistic man.
Who Igbo wife to help? We not get this animal director that carry billions of dollars. And so we need special. We don't need carry in our 2027 election again. They need to form special court, anti-corruption court that will handle electoral. Anything judiciary now, they will mess it up. And the INEC, they should reform INEC that they will not write certificate. They will not write results again. Immediately they allow INEC to write results. Forget it. It should be IREV. So upload results to IREV. So that is why when you will see our choice being elected, If not for it, forget it. I'm telling you the truth. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ben. 080-3692-9933. That's the number. And 080-3692-9933. That's the number. While the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. How are you?
My name is Blessing. I'm calling from Banana Island. That man that said this year now take millions of dollars. Can he prove? Can the man prove? They should let her come to Nigeria so that she can clear herself now.
Okay. Dear Zani, blessing the paro. Blessing the paro. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Injury to one is injury to all women.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Mr. Orobo. I'm calling from Ejigbo.
All right, sir. Please go ahead.
I greet your guest in the house.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, what I want to say quickly is that it's a very difficult situation we find ourselves in this country. Very, very difficult one. Peter Obi is the best choice. I'm sure even every opposition right now knows that Peter Obi is the best choice for Nigeria. But the way Nigeria is structured, the way Nigeria is arranged, it will take something else for Peter Obi to get to that office. See, it's not just voting. If we want to get Peter Obi to that office, it's beyond voting. We have to defend our vote. We have to be there. We have to be prepared to die for it. And are Nigerians prepared? This is why you see Mr. Darlington is talking the way he's talking, because he knows what it will take for Peter Obi to get to that office. Is not voting. It's not election. Our elections, you don't win election because they vote for you. You win the announcement. Can Peter Obi win the announcement? Will Peter Obi be announced? Abiola won all the elections, won everywhere, won in Kano. He wasn't announced. He didn't get it. He died. We did announce Peter Obi won in 2023, 2 years ago. He won. We all knew he won. He won. But was he announced? Every indices that made them not to announce Peter Obi in 2020, they are still there. They are still there. Tinubu controls everything. He controls the police, controls the army, controls the INEC, controls the judiciary. Peter Obi is a far outsider. Very far. Nigerians will vote for him, yes, we know. But when the police come out to shoot at the Nigerians that have voted for him, will they stay? Right. Do Nigerians have guns to put Peter Obi into the office? Peter Obi needs more than the vote, the cards. He needs guns for us.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Esther. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Welcome. Is this C2?
Yes, that's C2, Esther, my sister. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you. I greet you for the good job that you are doing.
Thank you.
And then I salute
Mbata.
I salute Maze there, and
Mr. Lawal.
I salute the gentleman.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Esther, please. There's a tape you play regarding the man, one of the man that I don't know who is interviewing him, that said that Peter Obi did not win election, Atiku did not win election, and Tinubu did not win election. Please, things like this should be corrected. These are elders who don't want to know the truth, okay? Peter Obi won election. So people like that, they call themselves elder statesman, but they cannot say the truth. And they want people like us to respect them. They cannot say the truth. And when things like this happen, please, you people should correct them. Mazi told him, but correct that state. Okay? Because he was being interviewed, and he sheepishly and shamelessly said that nobody won the election. Atiku won 12 states, Peter Obi won 12 states, and the other man, Emilio won 12 states. How? So what happened with INEC? Why can't INEC bring out the results? Let's see who won the election. And Esther, please, I want to say something about the 6 o'clock news you read. I want to advise Barrister Darlington. If he doesn't know what he says, he should just go inside and find something else to do about Peter Obi. I've been telling him, by the time we will keep saying something about Peter Obi, then I will come hard on him. I'm just respecting him now. If he doesn't know what to say about this, is the reason why people, the other tribes in Nigeria always say Igbos, they will always accuse us that we don't love ourselves. What's wrong if P2B become president of Nigeria? What's wrong? I asked Darlington. What's wrong? Why must P2B deputize Atiku?
Mr.
Why?
Mr. Situ.
Why must
that is his permutation? Just like giving you permutation and strategy.
For what? For what reason? But Mr. Darlington, if you don't know what to do about P2B,
Mr. Situ, thank you very much. Don't threaten anybody, please. All right, that is his permutation and that is his strategy. Situ is always he get hot blood. It's always, I will call him President Situ. No, he's saying come hard on him in terms of criticizing him for having to make
even Peter Obi has his own choice now.
Or any
all this one, everything you can just give advice. Everybody's just giving advice. They all have their own choice.
Their permutation and political strategy to reel out. Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Welcome. I'm fine.
Yeah, this is Remy.
Remy, welcome.
From Akoka.
Go ahead, Remy.
Greetings to Mr. Lawan and Mr. Ambata.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I love the way you punctured Mr. Darlington's postulation.
Thank you.
He kept saying, excuse me, he was saying, if Obi had deputized Atiku. Hello?
Remy, is somebody
calling
calling you? I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. He said if Obi had deputized Atiku in the last election, what happened wouldn't have happened. And I was expecting to give him a follow-up question. How about 2019? When he deputized Atiku, what happened? But you didn't ask him.
No, he was not talking about it. He was saying that if Peter Obi does not deputize Atiku, that what happened during the 2023 elections will happen again.
He's asking when Peter Obi
deputized.
Okay.
2019.
Oh yeah. He has always said it on this platform that Peter Obi did not have a base in 2019 as he had now. That's what he has always maintained.
It doesn't really matter. He kept saying if he had deputized, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Sure, it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
And the other man who said the three candidates won 12 states each, I think that was incorrect.
That was at Detokumba.
Obi won. Yes, Obi won River State. INEC is yet to debunk the report that Obi won River State, according to the IREV. So by that simple calculation, Obi won 13 states, while others won 12 and 11. Tinubu won 11 states, going by INEC IREV's report, not Remy's report. So I think media also should probably emphasize on that whenever anybody comes on here and push that narrative that nobody won or blah blah blah.
All right.
See you guys.
Thank you very much, Remy. Thank you for calling. Good evening. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Welcome, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, ma.
Where you do? I'm hearing noise there.
Okay.
Hello?
Is it better now?
Shall go ahead. What's your name, sir?
Okay. That man that is
you don't tell us your name, oh.
Hello?
You don't tell us your name. You there in a noisy place. Now why you know if you hear me? What's your name?
Igwe Friday.
Hi. Guy is busy and he's not paying attention. 08036929933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Please, what's your name, sir?
My name is Sheye from Surudere.
Your name is Sheye?
Sheye from Surudere.
All right, sir. Please go ahead.
I want to talk about Mr. Darlington.
You want to talk about Mr. Darlington?
Yes, when you interview someone.
That was 6 o'clock news.
And he bring his own idea. That will not mean that some people will be talking against the person. His idea, his own idea, like my own now. When he bring, or even all those people that you bring today now, I don't even agree with them.
Okay.
So, and I agree with that, Mr. Darlington. So, when you that will not mean that I will now attack them. I don't need to attack them now, their own idea.
Yes.
When you bring your own idea, I bring my own idea, then all of us will now conclude.
True.
For one.
Yeah.
So, like me now, I hate when someone say that Obi is the one, is the one that people want. No, you don't know my own mind.
Okay.
I don't even need Obi. So you understand me now?
Yes,
so everybody will bring your own idea, and there should not use Mr. Darlington idea now. Say he talks nonsense or he
very right.
He not do like that. So when we reach 2027, the mistake that we make on 2023, we will still make it in 2027. Because when we'll be going on, Atiku going on, that's where they go bring good luck again. So that we will not divide more.
Very well.
Then Tinubu will not get opportunity ahead of all of us. So we need to conclude whether all of them will march together like 2015 now, all political march together against good luck. But now we are trying to defend ourselves and to divide. Then when we divide, everybody will now face challenges from 2027 to 2031.
All right.
So that's the only thing that I know. We need to conclude ourselves.
But Mr. Tony, he is making sense.
Yeah.
In 2015, there was only one person everybody in the coalition backed up. Do you think that it's deliberate that the coalition has not mentioned whom they are backing up?
It's because of greed of the people that are championing the coalition. Greed. And
they're saying they're going to have an open primary, but others are saying that the APC did not do it like that.
Forget these open primaries. You see, people supposed to, for the love of the country, you give out something you think is rightfully belongs to you, particularly when it's not rightfully belonging to you. You are own. That's why everybody's claiming Atiku can give up for the sake of this country.
All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Hello. Good evening, Esther.
Welcome,
my name
sir.
is Undubisi.
Undubisi, welcome. Where are you calling from?
How are you? My regards to the analyst on the studio.
Thank you. Sir.
Yeah. I align my thoughts with Barrister Darlington.
Okay.
Right from day one, because I was part of those who said that Obi should run alone. Obi should run alone. But when I sat down with some of my people, and we put things, and we see that yes, he will win the votes, but it's difficult for him to win the announcement. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. I'm listening.
Yeah. It's difficult for him to win the announcement because the person in power now understand he has bought everything to himself and they all answer to him. So we need he needs the strong force, and Obi is not the kind of person that we want to do it by force. That is kind of nature. And this person here, just like the last election, even in my place, my house is not far, no last year officer. And I was surprised that, in fact, even on that day, all those boys that, in fact, my own brother was attacked the last election. He was stabbed. My own brother, he was stabbed. So, and you can see that that force, Obi does not, so I don't think, that is why I said, let this coalition come in and let people come together and let us see that, okay, let us have one voice.
All right.
If Obi, or let Obi run, but if peradventure the primaries was held and it did not win, instead of him getting out of the ADC, then let him vice whosoever that wants the election.
Thank you. Good night. Hello? Hello?
Queen Esther.
Remy, how are you?
The person that the lady that won the most precious person in the palace.
Thank you.
And eliminate every other babe. Esther, you wicked though.
Why? Welcome. How are you?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You see, Nigerians generally are the people who stone their Jesus and embrace their devil. Okay? At this point, I kind of think I don't beg anybody anymore. I advise people to vote for and who not to vote for. If you are a living being in Nigeria today, you know how your life was 2 years ago. You know what you are facing now. Why do you need a pastor to come and tell you the direction to go in 2027? Now, people keep saying PDP. Don't forget that the people that run PDP now were the guys that handed power over to Tinubu.
True.
They did, but they judge. Sheyi Makinde, Wike, they are still active. They handed power over to him How can the people that propel you to vote for this guy now be presenting themselves for position? Guy, this 2027 election, Esther, I'm going to shut up now. I know you want to kick me off. 2027 election is going to be an era where we test the brain of Nigeria. If your brain correct, we will know in 2027. Thank you.
Esther, I want to correct something quickly. You see, in logic, you don't contradict yourself by saying Obi will win, but will they announce him? That's a contradiction. You are believing that Obi will win. Let him win, and let us see how they will not announce. It's better. It's a contradiction. It's a people. This is that fear I'm talking about.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, Esther.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Obina calling from Mexico.
All right, Mr. Obina, please go ahead.
Now it is obvious that everybody knows that it's not our vote. Put whoever will be the president of Nigeria in that post. My question is, why are they making us fool? That day, everybody will go to the polling booth and vote. Let them find another solution how to select the president. They are just making Nigerians as a fool. You go there, many people will be stabbed, many people will be broken their head, many people will be injured. But upon all those wahala, it's not our vote determine who will be the president. It's not normal now. They are just making us a fool. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you agree
Yes,
with
I agree with him. That's why Nigerians should, because sovereignty, elementary government says sovereignty belongs to people. So people should come up and say no. That's the only solution. Let there be peaceful protest.
Protest. Know the power it has.
They should come down.
Determine the future of
People
this
should.
country.
They know, but because we have not descended on them, we are still being. They did this. Let us stop all this Sante Maria we are doing. Let everybody come out and let us descend on them.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening.
I am fine, sir. Good evening, sir. What's your name, sir?
Hello.
I can hear you very well, sir. What is your name?
Hello.
I can hear you, sir. What is your name?
Hello.
Speak Igbo to round now.
Okay. I don't think.
Speak
I think
Igbo.
he's on the road, and I can hear the background noise there. So maybe that's why he can't hear me.
Hello.
Good evening. Welcome. What's your name, sir?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name, please?
This is Okangolina.
Okangolina, I don't tell. Please go ahead.
To get your phone, not with mama.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Go ahead.
See, let's stop using sentiments to discuss this matter.
Okay.
We love Peter Obi. Yes. Peter Obi may have won, according to what some people have said. He may have won the election of 2023. The issue is that, can he win now? With the people who are going to superintend over this election, can he win? The odds are against him. The person who is there now is not the person that conducted the other one. This one is a candidate, and we all know what he can do. So let's not come and say Peter Obi cannot win this election. I stand here to tell you, he cannot. The odds are against him. It's very clear. So if he cannot team up with somebody, he's just a joker. And let's not use sentiments about this thing. He cannot win at all. Who will he come and bring from the north? Let's look. We should be more serious about this thing. Don't say Peter Obi he must win. He will win. This and that. It's not true. And your guest there, one of them said that it's the turn of the South. So it's better Tinubu to continue or than Atiku. Look, there's nothing like that. If we cannot continue to tolerate mediocrity, if you are not doing well, you go out. That's it. You cannot come and tell me that so somebody is not doing well, so it's from the South. You should continue so that Nigerians will continue to die. It doesn't work like that. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling. 080-3692-9933 and the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, sir. Good evening. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening. What is your name?
My name is Ifeanyi.
Ifeanyi, location?
From Jakonde Gate.
All right, Mr. Ifeanyi, please go ahead.
Yeah. Please, from what the fatality had been saying concerning people with this issue, please let him slow down. That man have his own knowledge. You know what is right for him to do. All the solutions have been enough. Let him
forget about P2B issue for now. Let them calm down. Nigerians, all the conversation that we do here and there, let them slow down and concentrate on prayer. We're talking to God concerning the issue. So it's enough. So all the conversation, this one, confusion everywhere. Everyone should slow it down. Let us be positive that P2B win. We will announce the result will be announced.
Okay.
It will be announced. And Nigeria should make up for the man that the result is going to be announced. Whether the devil like it or not. So whoever that win the election, be announced. So all this shouting, this and that, please let them slow down.
All
And focus our attention to our father.
All right. Good evening, sir. How are you?
It's Joe from Barriga.
Wow,
Great.
Joe, happy Friday. It's lovely to hear your voice.
Thank you very much, my dear.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, Esther. Esther.
I didn't hear you, sir.
Yes. Esther, we have set the time with that number. You know how we started this problem?
Yeah.
We are looking for opposition party, great opposition party. We are praying for that, and we have gotten one. Now we are somehow confused in their statements. This politics of Nigeria is not politics of Imo State. Yes, I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Mbata, you are contradicting a lot of things. It's not a tribal politics. If you leave Obi cannot win this election. This coalition will come, and then we'll get these people, push them away. I get what I'm saying.
Yes, I will.
So don't always think, stick it. If we stick it, Obi will get us Eastern Zone. Atiku will get us the Northern Zone. Certain. So let us not be talking as if Obi will not win the election if we allow him only. And remember, we have to do primaries.
Yes.
They are going to do primaries. Stop speaking, talking, contradicting yourself, please. I don't like it.
All right. Thank you very much, Joe, for calling. Okay, let me take some messages now. Esther Machico, please tell your guest to lower his voice. So, it's 2 days shout. Make it calm down. You know, tell us. Okay, this is from Ugo. All right, Ugo. Mr. Tony is referring to you. So you calm down. All right. Good evening, VOP crew, guests and fans. WAEC technical glitches is gradually becoming a daily norm here in my nation. From INEC to JAM, now WAEC. Who does that? Just imagine the emotional and psychological trauma these children face. Better late than never. GEJ is already having a good name. He shouldn't be concerned with the current premature political permutation and move on with his life. Well, we're watching as the planet is listening, Comrade Abraham. Good evening, Esther. Please, Barrister Darlington is telling us the truth about Niger politics, so please listen to Barrister. You will understand him very well. Darlington does not hate Peter Obi. Pachibuagunye Ronsi from Ladipo. All right, sir. Good evening, Esther and guests. There is a saying that if you want to destroy a nation, destroy education. And this is what the APC government has done and doesn't value education, but commercializes education by increasing school fees and giving the student loan, which is a low-grade mind idea. Same free education they benefited in time of Awolowo that made them what they are today. Also, the removal of subsidy affected many parents that they couldn't send many kids to school. Look at the tragedy of German now WAEC. 38%. Look at more than 100 million out of school children in the country. Highest IDPs, but this government loves to breed agueros and ignorant men for election gains. Look at the education minister, who is not an educationist but a doctor, square pegs in round holes. Also look at budget for education, unlike their frivolities, wasteful spending for renovations, etc. It's a shame the worst of us is ruling the best of us. Truly, there was a country. A day from Lagos. All right, Ade. Good evening, Esther. Please, let's get this right. Peter Obi doesn't need Atiku's money to win 2027 election, but he only needs him to speak and convince his northern counterparts to vote for Obi. AGK from Lagos. Good evening, Esther. I don't like the words your guest used, slave mentality, to Mr. Darlington. That word is not good at all. He should reverse it. From Sheyi Aremo. Please, can you reverse it? Slave mentality, that the permutation from Barrister Darlington, you made reference to the fact that it's a slave mentality. You said you should apologize.
I didn't. Okay, if you take it as
use it generally.
I use it generally. I said they have slave us with fear. Okay. That is so. Okay. I didn't particularize Darlington. So
we just wanted to get that clear. Thank you very much. Good evening, Esther and Mr. Tony Mbata. Barrister Darlington is. Greetings, Queen Esther. Greetings to your guest. My name is Emma Amazing from. This is not a show about Barrister Darlington. All of you, Barrister Darlington, Barrister Darlington.
He's handsome now.
It is his
the man is handsome,
and he's giving you a strategic political perspective. Okay, you may disagree with him, but there's no need for you to insult him, please. He's an erudite scholar. I heard that what was discussed in the world news about Kachiku's own line of thought. I believe that's his own thought. It shouldn't be overflogged or overemphasized. Besides, it's not proven or confirmed yet. Your guest is right in talking about the mental slavery as regards the North, but I don't agree with him backlashing Barrister Darlington's point of view. The point still stands clear. With the present situation in the nation now, our Obi will not win until the electoral system is intact. That's what happened in 2023 and nothing happened till now. Barrister Darlington's point is based on what is currently happening now, which may change as we hope it will. And Mr. Mbata's point is also valid based on obvious set situations too. So let's focus on making enough noise so that there will be a level playing ground for free and fair elections. Esther, greetings to you and your guest. Esther, it's really unfortunate that we don't understand what Barrister Darlington is saying. Tony Mbata, there is no mental slavery on the idea of where Darlington is coming from. Remember what happened in 2023 may not happen like that in 2027 because Tinubu has planted moles in almost all the political parties. Our major concern now is to stop Tinubu's second term. Nigerians are dying. Obi would have done it perfectly alone if we have a credible INEC. So let Obi work with Atiku for now, even though I must say Atiku is greedy with his northern elites. Daniel from Agege. Good evening, Esther. Good evening, Mr. Tony Mbata and Mr. Ekundayo. My name is Gerbero from Ikorodu. Please, let all well-meaning Nigerians help us tell His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Jonathan to reject the call on him to run in 2027 if the rumor turns out to be true. We love him. He is credible and capable, no doubt, but he has had his shot at the presidency and his time is now past. As long as Obi is in the ballot, Jonathan will fail and then mess our respect for him up if he dare run in 2027. We don't want him to be disgraced. The same applies to His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. None of them comes close to Mr. Obi. All this pessimistic analysis from Barrister Darlington and company is very absurd. Our main focus right now should be INEC. Nigerians should prevail on INEC and APC government under Asiwaju to allow for a fair, credible and hitch-free election. Okay. Both Barrister Darlington and the so-called northern politicians who are saying that Igbo man will not be president should also let the whole world know now if they have approved Biafra, because if Igbos are still Nigerians, why can't Peter Obi be president? Why are those politicians who are not speaking for the majority of Northerners telling the world indirectly that Igbos are not Nigerians? So they should tell the Igbos that where they belong. Chemer from Agbara. Good evening, Esther. Barrister Darlington and this. Okay, I think I've read this. Good evening, Esther. Well done for what we can hear now. Maybe I can give the president 2/10, trying to let us pray for Nigeria. AJ from Oshodi. Esther, if you ask me, prisoners' vote is a list of Nigeria's plethora of challenges. Why will INEC put that on the front burner amidst numerous issues that call for electoral reform? My brother Barrister Darlington has always put down his wise advice for Obi, but let's allow Peter Obi to make it the decision that most suits him and the nation, since he's the one in the electoral trenches who knows better while the pendulum is swinging. You can never tell. Atiku may be discreetly holding on the fourth for him. Finally, since Bala Mohammed and PDP are wooing him as a result of manifest electoral value, they should join hands to support him in any platform he eventually identifies with. Elder Tony Anele from Ijagemo. Alright, Jonathan will disgrace and lose his little respect if he decides to fall into the pit of gullible Northerners. Same people that booted him in a very shameful manner. Obi should not go back to PDP or try to embrace Labour Party again. Let him join the ADC. Let's pray Atiku backs him up. He's wasting time in taking a stance, and this gives APC to be feeling all sorts of propaganda. 2 years of Yarodua saw things visible more than Buhari's 8 years. Best Lagos State Governor dead or alive was Jakande, who ruled for only 4 years. Soludo has failed Igbo land. Nigerian economy is in a shameful state since 2015. Whatever Trump likes, let him impose on us. Buhari mercilessly destroyed our economy and Tinubu isn't helping matters. Chijoke from Isolo. Good evening, VOP. Roman from Igondo. Tell Mr. Mbata that he's too emotional and really doesn't understand the complexity of Nigerian politics. How can he say that it's better for Obi to contest and lose to Tinubu than Obi accepting a VP position to Atiku? Does Obi have the war chest and thuggery capacity to face off against Tinubu in the election? The North will not support Obi if he decides to run on his own presidential race. Barrister Darlington has been right all the way. Tony Mbata is supposedly a camouflage Tinubu supporter who is just making noise for selfish reasons. Mr. Tony, don't worry, you get used to it. You see how they're lambasting Barrister Darlington, so
we are used to it.
Mr. Lawal. Good evening, Mr. Lawal, Tony Mbata and Esther. If South produces 3 candidates, Atiku might win the election, because the 3 candidates might divide the southern votes to the advantage of Atiku. As for Mr. Kotsolakwabiu, his saga with Natasha would have been the best time to bring up other issues against him and remove him from office. From Chief Udo. Did you hear about the fact that a civil society organization were crying out that they are trying to possibly implicate Akpabio with more sex tapes with his face on it? Did you hear that?
A lot of things will come up.
The man is not. It's like he's not feeling fine.
Who is not feeling?
It's a rumor. I just heard it.
Mr. Philip Person. No. Please come and sit down. Mr. Law.
I even saw it on Facebook.
It's not on Facebook. It was yesterday. A civil society organization in support of Akpabio. They were saying that people want to blackmail him. Mr. Philip, welcome. Please, let's make money.
Wow. We have been hearing too much of this.
Yes, so
too many problems in Nigeria.
Tell us,
all we want is money.
There you go.
Money. If we have money, you will have less problem of Nigeria.
Number one, me.
Everybody listening to me, this is my focus, and that's what I want to do. Both young and old, if you have enough money, damn this shit, people. Man, sorry to say that. You can just decide to go any country you want to go and live your life. So that's the reason why almost every weekend we just give our free time, our talent, everything to the public, and said we want to liberate ourselves financially. So if you are looking for, maybe you are looking for multiple streams of income, you are looking for a job, you are looking for a way to make money for yourself, you are looking for a way that the gadgets you have in your hand, you don't know what you use it for. For example, your mobile phone. Like I used to say all the time, there are applications on your phone that can help you to make money. But the truth is this, many people don't know which one, how. If I tell you that applications on your phone that you can become bank of yourself, you'll be wondering, but that's true. So some people also, they are looking around. They said, I don't know what to do. I want to buy shares from this company and that company. And then when you hear this past story of some people, they say, no. Let me tell you, there are some shares that you can take absolute control of. And guess what? The price or the value increases every day. And you can decide when you want to sell. So we have a lot. Tomorrow, being Saturday, is the big day for Lagos. If you are hearing me, don't miss it. Even if you have to miss it, don't allow your brother or your sister to miss it. Pass this information to them. Tomorrow, all road leads to Ikeja. We call it Ikeja Money Conference. Ikeja Money Conference. So what are we going to do? We are going to showcase a lot of businesses that can help you, starting with the mobile phone in your hands and any other thing you think of. How probably some people want to invest, they don't know the right place to invest. We'll show you. But what we tell you to do is that before you invest, you do your due diligence and invest in business that you can take control. That's the area we are concerned, so that you don't go and lose your money to some companies. All right. So I want you to know that the time is 11 a.m. tomorrow at Ikeja. Make your way to Ikeja tomorrow. So we would like to send you address or details of the place, but we will want you to reserve your seat. At the moment, or for tonight, The first 50 people who are going to be there tomorrow before 11, guess what? You have the gift of the month. We normally give gift out. This is the gift of the month, which will help you in your business and in anything you want to do with us. Guess what? Some of those applications, let me tell you, money beget money. So you ready yourself and make sure you think, okay, immediately you get the practical training tomorrow, because we hold it by the hand, show you what to do. And once you start doing it, you can decide you want to get the applications and be doing your business and making your money. Some of those applications start from 25,000. You have the one of 50, 100, 500. All depends on how much you want to make in a day, in a week, and in a month. All right. So I want you to text to us this number. Just text us VIP. That's all I want you to text. VIP, because a very important personality to us. So text to us on this number 070 19 26 64 01 070 19 26 64 01. You need to come with your smartphone. All the business we're going to do tomorrow, all the training, whatever we're going to do with you practically to help you start off a business that can help you make money. You don't need to leave your work, job or your school or whatever, but these are the things you can do on your own. So you need to come with your smartphone and make sure you put at least 2 gig data on it, because you have to go online and do those things by yourself, as we will show you what to do. So make sure you have your smartphone with you and text to us just VIP so that we can reserve your seat for tomorrow 11 a.m. Text to us on this number 070 19 26 64 01. Take the number again, 070 19 26
All right, thank you very much, Ambassador
01.
Thank you. We sincerely do appreciate you coming around. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ambassador Philip Osono telling us how to make money, and obviously you know what he has already advised you to do. Meanwhile, breaking, the Nigerian police force has supposedly reportedly released activist and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore. This was made known this night via his verified social media handles. The activist also addressed his supporters and well-wishers live via Facebook shortly after he regained his freedom. And according to him, he wrote, "Nigerian police force has capitulated to the demands of the revolutionary movement. I have been released from unjust, illegal and unwarranted detention. However, it is nothing to celebrate, but thank you for not giving up. You have all seen the power of unity. Hashtag revolution now." So yeah, that's the breaking story. Mr. Tony Mbata, before I come to you for conclusion, let me just read about 3 or 4 messages, because a lot of messages came on during the time with Ambassador Philip. So, Esther, I have been saying it from day one when Peter Obi and Obedience were roaming about in a political jungle of inconclusiveness that he shouldn't think he would remain the star boy forever. And now you can see how they have brought Jonathan's plate to finally water down the political relevance of Obi. You see why one must be firm and decisive in life. Maybe the Obedience would move from Atiku to telling Jonathan to step down for Obi. However, Obi has 4 options. 1, contest in Labour Party, move out or create his own party. 2, be a vice to Atiku, that's if Atiku picks him. And 3, be a minister to Jonathan's presidential imaginary wing. And 4, sits don't look. How can Mr. Tony say someone is suffering from mental slavery when you yourself is not free from rational thinking deficiency, myopic political short-sightedness, self-deceit and irredeemable political oblivion? That's why they would continue to fail by repeating the ugly incident of 2023. Tay, Esther, read my message, oh. This man, this Tay guy, I want to see his face one day. The guy is... Anyway, I know you have your response, your comeback coming. Good evening, Madam Esther Machiko and the guest. On permutation concerning how 2027 elections will look like, we're just talking, but God has the best choice for us. Esther, trust me, God will show himself through Obi come 2027. Prince Samuel of Obizi Orji. Barrister Darlington, good evening, Esther and the guest. Please, using Barrister Darlington is not analyzing but campaigning for Atiku. Obi had been a running mate to Atiku before, and Atiku never did the magic that Barrister Darlington, as a minority, is portraying Atiku to be. Which minority? Please, he's a majority. Every Nigerian is a majority. It is not only northern votes that wins elections in Nigeria, but percentages of the votes in the entire federation. Darlington's analysis of strategy may not be workable. Ken from Lagos. All right. Good evening, Esther. I greet your guest. Esther, do you want to hear the truth? Obi cannot win alone. I'm Momo Ayodele. Okay. Good evening, Esther. If Peter Obi works with Atiku, will Atiku stop INEC from announcing what they want to announce? The problem is INEC and co. Big man from Surulere. Good evening, Esther. If I may ask, are you seeing Tinubu like someone who is going to conduct a credible election? If you ask me, who I will ask. Good evening to you guys in the studio and happy weekend. Esther, I want to tell you something about Peter Obi and Atiku. Obi has to calm down for Atiku so they can send this wicked government out of sight. Ocheme and Andy Path from Isolo. Alright, Esther, I am not pleased with you. Someone is threatening your guest, Barrister Darlington, and you were laughing about it. Please, did I laugh about anyone threatening Barrister Darlington? You guys, be calming down. Please, I beg you, respond to the conversations. You see me, sometimes it feels like I'm over defending. He has his permutation, which I already responded to the caller who called. Yes, if you know C2, he's always aggressive like that. He was aggressive to Barrister Darlington too on Thursday. So please, calm down. All right. Okay. All right. What's your final take in response to what you want to say?
Yeah, my final take is that if you look at all the analysis, at least 80% are saying Obi will win, but will they announce him?
Okay.
So, if Obi win, what is it telling us? That all those fears can be put aside. Our problem is INEC, not Obi being a deputy for anybody or taking a ministerial appointment.
Okay.
And I still stand, instead of Atiku, let Tinubu continue. Must he be the Northern Fulani to rule Nigerian? Thank you.
All right, Mr. Lawal Kandire. Short and simple and precise like he did.
It's not simple,
please,
very difficult.
Please make it because of time.
So what I believe, what I want, you see, you keep saying INEC is a tool. I've said it, and they are being used. So forget about that area. So what is left is for Nigerians.
Okay.
You get it? Which all the candidates are part of Nigeria. They are part of Nigeria, whether it will be Atiku, Sowore, they are all part of Nigeria. So when I say all Nigerians, I'm talking about all Nigerians to now decide the direction they want this country to go. Because as you lay your bed,
so you
lay on it. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to an end of the evening rush. It's Friday, and I'm excited because at least I have rest tomorrow. But I'll come and be with you on Sunday evening for the political spotlight. My name is Esther Wachuku. Tomorrow, you want to come here tomorrow?
I don't have program tomorrow.
You and who has program?
You and I.
You want to keep me, Abby? Mr. Tony Mbata, thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Lawal Kandire, thank you so much for joining us. Barrister Darlington, you're obviously the main topic of the conversation this evening. So if you're listening to the conversation, thank you so much.
The man is handsome. It's handsome. So it's
very handsome.
People like him. So they are jealous that all their girls are following him. So they are now facing him.
Barrister Darlington, thank you as well for being an integral part of the VOP family. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who called and sent your messages and their contribution on the program, I sincerely do appreciate you. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel on VOP 903 FM. Also, Estic Media on YouTube, ESTIQMEDIA. Esther Wachuku on Facebook, Esther Wachuku on Twitter, and Esther Waz on Instagram. That's ESTANWAZ. Lawal Kandire across all social media platforms, and Tony Mbata, right, across all social media platforms. You guys have an amazing Friday evening. Bye for now.